Chrissy Swan Show.
I mean, it's Tuesday today. That means yesterday was Monday. And je m'excuse, as they say in Gay Paris. We got so starstruck by Sam Pang,
I know.
who absolutely blessed us with his presence yesterday. We forgot our friend, Dr. Priya Alexander, for Medical Monday.
Holy mama, how rude of us.
Eat the rainbow.
She luckily is going to join us next, though, Swanee, because people have submitted questions. We need to get to them.
Oh, it just feels so rude, doesn't
does.
it?
It does.
Oh, God, I hope she's all right.
And also, before 4 o'clock, Swanee, we're going to be inviting someone else into that amazing Nova's Red Room with Teddy Swims.
Oh, gosh, it would be so amazing.
Make sure you've registered via the Nova Player app.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
And we really messed up. Medical Monday is locked in stone, and we didn't do it yesterday.
I blame Sam Pang.
I absolutely blame it all on Sam Pang, but it's never too late.
Need a doctor? Skip the waiting room and speak to a doctor online with Instant Scripts. Visit instantscripts.com.au today. Medical Monday with Dr. Priya Alexander.
Just out here doing God's work, Dr. Priya Alexander.
Hello, friends.
You have been sending us your questions, and keep your eyes peeled on our socials for when we throw it out there. What's your question for Dr. Priya Alexander? You can stay anonymous. I like the anonymous ones because it means they're juicier. Nishi says, I use a $50 acne cream. I use it every night, but I have missed one by accident and my face is bad. What do we say to Nishi?
Oh, acne is a tricky bear. I don't know if it's from missing your cream one night, though.
No.
But acne is a really complex cat. There's often lots of different things happening in the skin. You're getting the plugging of the follicles. You're getting abnormal keratinization.
And it's different from pimples, isn't it?
Yes, acne is... So having a single pimple is different to the process of acne, where you're getting this stuff I'm talking about, the blocked follicles, the abnormal laying down of skin, and then often some bacterial proliferation.
Yeah.
And so acne we can manage in different ways. If you're really red, sore, we're going to introduce either topical, so laying on the skin, or oral
it looks
antibiotics.
so sore, doesn't it?
It can be. And if it's that sore, Chrissy, like I've got options. We can think about the pill in women with acne because it can actually help reduce the amount of testosterone.
When I suffered from acne, Dr. Priya, I did a couple of different steps and then I was put on Roaccutane.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, it did God's work.
So if people have severe,
it dries
I
you
refer.
out from the inside.
It
Side
does.
effect is drying, so you want to moisturise. But for people who've got severe, painful acne, that is direct referral. That needs oral retinoids,
Yeah, right.
and that needs a
So
dermatologist.
see a doctor. If you've got really bad acne, just go and see a
Or
doctor.
even mild acne, friends. You don't have to put up with stuff.
Have prescriptions and drugs and stuff changed over the years? Because I remember when Roaccutane came out, it was like, oh my God.
We've got other options.
Oh, fantastic.
Right.
So as a GP, please, if you've got skin and you're going, I want to do better this, or your child, we can do stuff. It can be topical, it can be oral. We can go at it from multi-prongs and bust the myths. Eat chocolate, it doesn't cause acne.
It doesn't. And really, if you've got an illness of any description, disease, whatever, make sure you go to the doctor every 2 or 3 years and just go, what you got? What's new?
If you've got an illness, come sooner. I would
Wait
say.
3 years.
No, but like you're on...
What you got?
No, but you know what? You get prescribed something and then people stay on it for 20 years. I've got a friend who's been dealing with a very chronic, serious illness. I'm like, have you popped back in to see what sort of medical breakthroughs have occurred, since you were diagnosed?
Come and check in with us.
Yeah, come and
We're
check in.
friendly people.
All right, next question is about the self-cervical screenings.
Yes.
What is this? Because pap smears, I always forget.
So, friends, this is a game changer. So if you are due for your cervical screening test, you've got a cervix, you're due.
And they used to be called pap smears.
They did used to be.
All right.
You come into my room, Chrissy Swan, Priya. I've gotten a reminder. I'm ready for my cervical cancer screening test because I don't want to get cervical cancer. And I go, okay, Chrissy, you've got options. You can do a self-collect swab. I'm going to give you the kit and the instructions. Head into the bathroom, take your own swab.
What, do you have to lay down on the floor?
No, often you can either squat or you can put your foot up on the toilet seat.
Okay.
We give you clear instructions, and really the self-collect swab is looking for HPV, human papillomavirus, which causes most cervical cancers. That's option one. You can still
How far up does it have to go?
We
Is
give
it
you
like
clear
a code?
instructions. There's a mark
Okay, great.
on the swab.
Fabulous.
Or, Chrissy, you might say, you know what, Priya, I'd prefer for you to do it. It's called a clinician-collected sample, and it's like the pap smear.
What sort of
You
freak is going to say, I'd rather
Some
you...
people go, I'm here anyway, but the key things to know are whether you do the swab or I do it on the examination bed, we're equally effective at detecting HPV, human papillomavirus, so they're really good tests. Number 2, lots of people say to me, I don't want to do it, Priya. What if I don't get the right place? What if I miss the...
Yeah.
There are checks and balances. So if they don't have enough cells on the swab, they let us know, unsatisfactory, repeat it. If there's lubricants or gels that impact the reliability of the result,
He's like, what were you
they
up
tell
to last
us.
night?
Hey,
They
Tanya,
tell us.
you've been busy, dog.
But it's a great option, friends. I get excited about this,
I can
but
tell.
it's a great option.
Dr. Priya Alexander, we love you. Go and follow Dr. Priya on Instagram and make sure you get her book, Full Plate, if you haven't already.
Cook up a storm.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Priceline Pharmacy know that flu can knock you off your feet. So roll up your sleeve and join the fight against flu. Flu shots are available in-store. Speak to your pharmacist at Priceline today.
T's and C's apply. The Chrissy Swan Show.
And all the radio peeps are about to go on holidays, including us, Jack. You always go on holidays. You always go on lovely holidays, and you're very lucky because you've already been to Europe and you've been to America and all that sort of stuff. I'm 50 and I've never been to Europe, never seen Paris, never seen London.
I know, Swanee, and it makes me so excited that you're going at the end of this week.
Yes.
And that we get to do this.
Old lady. Euro summer.
It is indeed the hot old lady Euro summer, because everyone talks about the Euro summer while we're usually freezing our asses off. But this year, this hot old lady is going to, this old lady is going to have her very own
No, hot old lady.
Euro summer.
Yeah, you are.
No.
And I want you to make sure that whilst you're over there, that you spam Instagram, because when you're having a Euro summer, you've got to rub it into everyone else back home.
My Euro summer's not going to look like your Euro summer. Let's just get that straight. I think it's very surreal to be going because, for 50 years I've heard about Paris and seen the Eiffel Tower and just thought that I would never see it. I'm about to see it. It's going to be very weird. But I'm not nervous about that, really. I'm nervous about getting somewhere and not knowing where I am because I'm a creature of comfort.
Yes.
But the reaction from, I'm going to say mainly women, in fact, all women, and usually they're about my age.
Yeah.
Or younger as well. When I say, I'm going to Europe, I can't believe it. I've got to 50, I've never seen it. Everyone's been, by the way. And they go, oh, are you taking the kids? I go, no.
Ew.
Nah. And they go, oh, you're going with girlfriends? I go, no. They go, who are you going with? I go, I'm going with myself, my favourite person. And the reaction is generally shock.
Right.
Like, what? That's very brave, they say. It doesn't feel brave to me.
It doesn't seem surprising to me either because one of the years I went to America, I went alone. Yes, I had friends there. I know a lot of people that travel alone. I wonder, Swanee, if it's like a generational shift.
A lot of people then followed up with, but what about eating at restaurants? What about going to West End shows because you're going to be in London? And I'm like, yeah, I'll do all that on my own.
Yeah.
That's not the problem. I'm concerned about my sense of direction. That's what I'm concerned about.
Given the fact you got lost on your way to the studio today, somewhere you come every day.
I ended up inside the gates of a boys' school.
I just would have loved to have had a GoPro on you.
And there was some sort of function on. All of a sudden I was there at the Oval and there were boys everywhere. I'm like, what is this street?
So we're like, they've got Chrissy Swan here to do some motivational speaking.
Oh, and then my windows were up and I was going, sorry, I'm so sorry. Pardon, sorry. And then I did a terrible U-turn. Anyway,
solo traveling.
There's two reactions and there's nothing in between. People are either shocked at the bravery of it, like, oh my God, who would do that? You're insane. Or their faces light up with sheer envy.
My face lights up for you, Swanee. You'll thrive. You'll thrive being on your own.
Where do you sit? Is traveling on your own and eating a meal by yourself in the window, your idea of fresh hell, could you ever just do what I'm going to do at the end of the week? Pack up my bum bag with my passport and go.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
I am hitting Europe, baby.
Old lady. Euro summer.
Have you noticed that I've only just started to be able to talk about it because I just thought it would never happen?
Yeah. And you also talked about packing a few weeks ago. You were going to start packing, but then you've revealed to me you haven't packed a thing yet.
I haven't.
Okay.
I'll tell you what. I think I respond well to deadlines.
Yes, you're like me.
Are you the same?
Absolutely. And give me an hour until it needs to be done.
All right. Tomorrow, you say to me, Chrissy,
Yes.
I want to see a few things that you have packed.
Great. And then that means you have to bring it to work for Thursday.
And then that means I've started.
Yeah.
Starting's always the hardest part.
And you'll feel that deadline.
I'm going to Paris and other places. I haven't checked.
That always helps. And people are shocked when you tell them you're going...
Shocked that I'm going completely on my own.
Solo.
One ticket over, one ticket on the trains, one bed in the room, one. One is the loneliest number.
Hey, by the end, Swanee, there might be two. You might meet your Romeo.
Yuck. No.
Under the Eiffel Tower.
Kelly, have you travelled solo Y/N?
Yes, I did it on my own last year for a month and a half, and it is the best.
Okay, who are normally around you?
I have 3 adult children, but I didn't have a partner, husband gone, and I'd always looked after everyone else, and I was like, damn it, I'm going on my own. And no one could believe it.
And
but
was that your first time that you'd ever done anything like that?
Overseas.
So when did the penny drop? Because you would have been planning just like every other holiday. When was the moment that you went, oh my God, I only have to look after myself?
Oh, it was pretty sudden. When I've always wanted to go to Paris. You're going to die. It's so beautiful. And I thought, no man is ever going to take me. I'm going to take myself. So I just did it. And no one could believe it, but I did it.
And what did you do all day, Kel?
What didn't I do? There was no one like saying, I want to go here, I want to go there. So I could shop. I was in Harrods for I reckon a day.
The best.
A day.
Yeah, you have all the time in the world, and you get the best seat in the restaurant and near the window because they're always small.
And
People
you can
watch.
get into restaurants that you usually wouldn't be able to if you want because it's just you, Swanee. There's so many advantages for you.
Or I could just go and buy a sandwich from the equivalent of the 7-Eleven, the 7-Eleven,
All that.
and have just an egg sandwich at home on the balcony.
All that. But please promise me you'll try and get out and see things. Let's go to Kylie.
You know, I'm such a dad.
And no, I'm trying to help you.
You're going to hate seeing what I'm going to pack. Kylie, hello.
Hello.
You're going on a solo trip around Australia.
Yes, I am.
How long for?
I'm going for 18 months.
What?
What?
Yes, I've taken 18 months off work. I bought a Winnebago and I head off next month.
Kylie, you are goals. What did that conversation go like with your boss?
I'm quitting if you don't give me the time off.
Yes.
Really?
And I was very lucky. They gave it to me. Yes.
18 months? What do you mean? my boss is out in the airlock listening to this conversation. I'm going to get some tips.
Yeah, I know. Imagine if we just went out to Sarah and said, hey, just have 18 months.
Sarah, or we'll quit. And she'll go, see ya.
Tani.
That is amazing.
Let's
Tani.
finish with Tani.
Hello.
Hi, you've been solo travelling?
Yes, I went over to Thailand by myself to get my boobs done.
Yes, Tani.
Yes, Tani.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Big news for Scooter Braun.
Chrissy's clickbait.
I mean, any Swiftie worth their weight hates Scooter Braun.
Don't
because
they?
He ripped our queen off. Having said that, I do thank him for the rise of her power and strength and ingenuity.
And also, we wouldn't have had songs like Is It Over Now and
Correct.
all of those vault tracks.
Correct.
So I guess
Correct.
it pays to be dogged.
So he did do us a favour. Do you know what? I would love to go to a university, a big one too, like Cambridge or Oxford.
And get the merch?
Study.
I'd love to go and get the merch.
Yeah, well, that's the closest you're going to get.
I know.
I would like to do... Me too, by the way.
Yeah.
Scooter Braun, I would like to do like a full semester on what a shit bloke he is. Like, I just want to know really, really facts and figures
Yeah.
and timelines, because we all know that name, Scooter Braun. We all know he did our Queen dirty. But I want to know how and what the machinations were.
Yes, like detailed.
Yeah.
A detailed rundown.
And how
of-
it happened. Did her father somehow inadvertently have something to do with it? Like, what's going on? I would like to do a thesis on it.
And I'd like to know what happened after with the other artists. Like, slowly Ariana peeled away, and now him and Bieber don't work together. Like,
That's right.
it's
And then
interesting.
now he's announcing he's retiring from his role as a manager. That's like a guy I used to work with being caught stealing from work, and then before he got found out, he goes, I quit. That's exactly the same scenario.
Was that a radio dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that story.
I've got a couple of those. All right, so Taylor Swift has been. I can see that you've obviously taken a job as a journalist at whatever.
TMZ.
Yeah, TMZ. You've written this headline for sure. Taylor Swift dance moves are labelled cringy.
I did not write that. I printed that to
No,
show
I know,
you
but you think that.
that I'm spot on. Oh, yeah, correct. Everyone
No.
shares that.
Katy Perry has announced a career comeback, with a racy video. Look, she's got her, bless, she's got her saggy breastfeeding buzzies out in a crochet
I know.
bikini. I love it.
She really tried to, like, thirst trap it on Instagram to get our attention, to listen to the 10-second teaser.
Yeah, now I went out just before to ask my boss if Nova are going to play this Katy Perry song before we give our honest opinion. I got sidetracked because I was also sharing shortbread creams. Sarah, are we going to play the new Katy Perry song? Because
Yes, we are. But that's fine.
wow, check out this fresh hit.
It's not going to be released until July 11. You and I'll be in Europe. This is what it sounds like. This is the teaser, right?
Sexy, confident, so intelligent.
I just used ChatGPT to write a song.
So strong.
You can't be too mean because, soon we'll be going, that's a new one from Katy Perry. It's amazing. My favourite part of that whole story is when you emailed me. You emailed me the story.
The press release.
The press release.
This is going to sound mean.
No, it's deliciously savage. Press release comes in. Global pop superstar Katy Perry launches new era with the woman's world. Now, you're not a fan of Katy Perry.
No.
So what? No one is. And you forwarded it to me with the message, wouldn't bother, hey, probs, don't stress.
This is the Chrissy Swan Show.
God, I'm really not mucking around when I tell you that a bum bag has changed my life.
I know it has, Swanee.
I'm just evangelical about it because you can see everything.
Your obsession with these has lasted. Like, we've been close mates for like 8 or 9 years now.
You were there on the day I first strapped one on.
Yeah, I did see you strap one on, Swanee. It was later in life for you, but you still did it. And
It was very late.
You've really stuck with the bum bag. But another obsession you had that I've noticed over the last maybe 6 months to a year has disappeared is apples. Remember you were like properly apple obsessed?
I still am, but I forget them. They do, tell you, there's one problem with the bum bag. Doesn't fit apples in it.
Nah, that'd look It'll look like you have a cricket ball
You
in
can
there.
fit one in there. That's it. And then I have been, I still eat them, but nowhere near as much as I want to. I go, oh, gee, I'd love an apple, but then
You can just walk to the kitchen and grab one.
no, I haven't. No, they're yuck. The kitchen. Oh my God,
At
they're
Nova?
6 months old.
Oh, really?
Oh yes, I'm a connoisseur.
What is your preference?
At the moment, Jazz and Kanzai.
Okay, I love
Eat
it.
Kanzai.
Hey, before 4 o'clock today, we're going to be inviting someone else to come to Nova's Red Room with the incredible Teddy Swims. Make sure you jump on the Nova Player app and register your details. Everyone's
I
lost the
haven't
plot
slept for
here.
36 hours. There you go.
Wow, we've said it.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
She's got the devil in me today, but what's in my bum bag?
Chrissy's Quizzy.
You'll never know, Alicia. You'll never, ever know. You're going to have to get your own. Are you excited?
I am.
Are you Alicia? Oh, Lisa and Alicia. They sound the same. I'm going to call you, oh, God, I was going to say I'm going to call you Leash, but that's even more like...
I get leash all the time. That's okay.
Yes, I know, but it's probably so does Lisa.
Trickier.
Anyway, you're doing school pickup, eh? You've got teen kids, Alicia.
I do.
How old?
16 and 14.
Are you one of these people that like or understand when people go, oh, good luck, which any of them are girls?
Oh, yeah, they're both girls, but they're completely different.
But why do people always,
I-
malign young girls?
I think because everyone, jokes that when, implies that when they get to 12 or 13, they become hormonal and annoying. Or, hormonal and bitchy. Do you know what I mean? No, Tom, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that's just the implication. I'm with you, Swanee.
Yes, but
People say that.
Maybe they are hormonal, and maybe
That's
that comes out
fine.
in the behaviour.
Correct.
I think we need to go easy on our girls.
Lisa has
Yes.
just finished work at the council, haven't you, Lisa? And you're heading to the gym.
I will be. Yep.
Oh,
as soon as
God,
I win this bum bag, I'm off.
That sounds like fresh hell, Lisa. I've never been an after-work exerciser.
Yeah, I've got to get it done in the morning.
It was different when I was doing breakfast radio because, I'd finished work when everyone else was starting and I could move my body then. But the idea of leaving here
I know.
and going to the gym...
Especially today with your energy levels.
Well, no, see, I'm manic now. I'm manic. I can go for hours.
Alrighty, let's get into this quiz, ladies, because Lisa's
yeah.
got to get to the gym.
Oh, I do.
My quiz.
Question. You can have my sheet. Tom's running the sheet in.
Oh, girls, I've just got so much to do before Europe that
she's got them.
You know what it's like when you're going away and you don't know who you're going to be over there? You've got so much to do. I haven't slept anyway.
Question number 1. Just read.
I've got the inside out questions.
Oh my God.
My boss made me come in today. Can you name the host of this year's Logies and last?
Alicia.
Yes. Oh, Alicia.
with an A.
Sam Payne.
Yes. Did you hear him on the show yesterday? He graced us with his company.
No, I missed it, unfortunately, but I love him. He's a Carlton supporter.
Grab the podcast from the Nova Player app. That he is. Question number 2.
He was dull and one note. Question number 2. A Virgin plane bound for Melbourne yesterday was forced to divert to Invercargill after what happened. I know, Alicia, I just wanted to finish the question.
Alicia.
Ran out of fuel.
Lisa. Do you know?
Bird strike.
What did you say? A bird strike?
Yeah.
They said it was bird strike.
Bird strike?
As in the bird gets stuck in the, what's it called? The engine.
Is that a term?
It's all
A bird
punched
a bird strike?
Is that what happened? Is that why the engine caught fire? I've
That's
just got
what they said.
here. Well, you know what? You get that point, Lisa. Question number 3.
And I've learnt a word. Bird strike.
Well, it's not. It's like it's 2 words, isn't it? Something that happened. The
It's
bird.
2 words.
Yeah,
Yep.
a bird strike.
Bird and strike.
Space. Great. That's 1 point
Wow,
each. Question
my
number 3.
brain.
Swanee, keep reading.
A leap year has how many days?
Alicia.
How many? Alicia, sorry.
364.
Sorry.
What was the other
Oh,
way?
no. It is.
Can I go to question 2 for a minute? Where's Invercargill?
No, you can't. Question number 4.
Taylor Swift's former manager. He's getting mad at mummy. Taylor Swift's... Go to your room.
Shut up and read the
Taylor
question.
Swift's former manager, Scooter Braun, has announced what?
Alicia.
Yes, Alicia.
His retirement.
Correct.
Yes, no one cares, dog. Question number 5. What is a fermented drink that starts with K?
Alicia.
Yes.
Lisa.
Alicia.
Kombucha.
Yes.
Kombucha?
Kombucha. I'd say kombucha, but I love it.
Kombucha?
But Cam is a butcher and so is Joe. Anyway, it's kombucha, K-O-M, but you get it, baby. You get it. I don't know which one got it.
Alicia,
They
you've
sound the
won
same.
the bum bag.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
The one thing I've never done is gotten a tattoo. I did want a tattoo.
You did.
That was part of my midlife crisis, but I think even then I knew that wasn't a good idea.
I really tried to talk you out of it, and I feel like I was successful. You wanted a little apple.
I wanted a little apple.
Yeah, bogan, no.
Really? Is it
Yeah.
bogan?
Yeah, a little apple.
Or I wanted the Latin for it is solved by walking, which I believe with every atom of my being, solvitur ambulando.
But you can just believe that in your head.
Well, that's it. You said to me, get a necklace, Toots. And I thought, yeah, actually, maybe I will.
Cartier love bracelet.
Get a ring. Why does everything have to have a label? Get a Cartier love
Because you're
bracelet.
Chrissy Swan.
Why can't I just go onto Temu and get it? Same.
Because it'll break within 2 weeks and you'll get scammed.
I will not get scammed.
You have been scammed and it's because of Temu. But
It
that's
wasn't
another
because
chat.
of Temu.
All right.
Steve O, who is a blast from the past. When was Jackass big? I'm going to say 20 or 30 years ago.
I remember it when I was in primary school. I started prep in 2002, so I'm going to say around 2000 to was the kickoff.
That is so long ago, and they're still doing stupid things.
Yeah, he's still alive.
He's not only alive, he is now sporting an illustration of male genitalia over his eyebrow with drippy bits.
So like a willy.
Yes.
Oh.
You didn't have to say that. I said genitalia. That was all right.
Well, willy sounds nicer than genitalia. Genitalia is aggressive.
It always reminds me of Jenny and William. Like a couple. We're just going to go over and have a barbie at Jenny and William's. Genitalia and Willy. Anyway, and guess who did the tattoo on this old man's face?
Who?
Post Malone.
Oh, hello.
Post Malone, you can tell, would have been a huge fan of Jackass when he was a little kid.
Absolutely.
He would have loved it.
And loves a tattoo himself.
Yes, he's got a lot of face
He
tattoos.
does. They look great on him.
What do you think of face tattoos? I think that's a commitment too far for me.
See, I don't like them on the actual face, but I know people that have them around the ear and right up the neck, and I think they look sick. I think it really depends on the person.
The first time I ever saw... Oh, God, I love this song.
No.
First time I ever met someone with a face tattoo, and this is exactly my prejudice about this sort of thing. Not my prejudice, but my worry about other people's
Getting them.
judgment. Yeah. So you see someone with a face tattoo. What's the general consensus?
They've been to prison. Is that what you mean?
I don't think everybody thinks that's the general consensus.
Drug dealer.
No.
What's...
No, like a rough, tough person. Like a violent, aggressive...
Yeah, okay, that.
Yeah, that's what you meant. That's what I think. I see someone with a face tattoo and I think you want to punch me and others. Right? And it's no big thing to you. You assume violence.
Yeah.
The first time I ever met somebody and spoke to somebody with a face tattoo was at a radio, like a prize winners function at the MCG.
Yeah, okay.
Do you remember?
Yes.
You were there.
I do. It was 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
I remember that. I remember so vividly now that you say that.
Did I do something wrong?
Not at all.
Oh, I thought you were referring to the fact that I was talking to this lovely guy, Nathan, his name was. I remember it.
Good memory.
And no, because he was so sweet and gentle and he had face tattoos all over. And my honesty and candor, you know how I just have no filter.
You just say it, yeah.
There was a slight lull in the conversation and I said, how are your face tats going for you? How are they working for you?
And what did he say?
And he said that it wasn't a great decision.
Oh, Nathan.
Yeah.
That's sad.
And I said, you're so gentle. Why would you want people to think that you're not?
Surely he can go into Priceline and get some foundation to cover that every day.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
And I definitely don't have a tattoo anywhere. And certainly not on my face because I'm sure I would change my mind about that.
Yeah.
Steve O from Jackass series, he's not going to change his mind, or maybe he will. Post Malone laid him down. Why is it always a Chesterfield couch at a tattoo parlour? Why?
It must just be in the criteria of opening a tattoo parlour.
It's like when you register your business name, the government sends you a Chesterfield for your tattoo parlour.
Right? And I know this one's not that colour, but I feel like often they're like a deep burgundy.
Usually they are. Yeah. Anyway, Steve-O laid it down and got a doodle on his face thanks to Post Malone.
Are you nervous? First time?
A little bit, yeah, dude.
Very experienced. I love you, Steve-O.
I love you, Austin.
I'm going to start with the part closest to your eye.
I would say start with the balls.
Ow.
Yeah, that's...
You got it. You ready?
Yep.
That was a very weird exchange.
It was.
And then at the end of that exchange, Steve-O has a doodle, like it looks like it's drawn in Bic
It does. It's
By
very...
it looks like it's drawn by the school bully. That looks like a joke. I don't like it.
I would have thought Post Malone would be better at tattooing.
I would have thought
given how
so
many he
too.
has. Also, what a great actual name Post Malone has. Austin Richard Post.
That is such a great name.
13 24 10. We want to know, do you have a face tattoo? Do you regret it?
Is it Janae?
Janae.
Janae, tell me about your... Is it you? No.
Yeah, it's me,
Uh-huh.
yeah. I have my daughter's and my son's names down the side of my face.
Down the side.
Yeah, it goes to my cheek, like my jawbone, from like my sideburn to my jawbone. But my son's father wasn't too impressed when I come home. But
I've never seen that placement. Could you send us a photo? I'd love to.
I can. I've never really had any bad comments, but because it's in Old English writing, but I definitely wouldn't. I'd probably give you a kiss before I'd punch you. So,
but don't you worry though about people? I mean, look, I don't care what other people think, but I know that other people do.
Well,
And
no, not really.
No?
I find that if you're confident enough to get a face tattoo, then you're confident enough to not really give a shit about what
that is
anyone
true.
says.
That is true. What are your kids' names?
Leela and Archie.
And what happens if you have a third one? Is it going to go in the middle of your chin?
Well, I do have a third one, but he's on my shoulder, so don't ask me why I decided to put the other two on my face.
I feel ripped off.
You're going to have to
He does.
you're going to have another baby so you can get the matching shoulder.
Price,
Get that one on my
Priceline Pharmacy voucher for you, Janae. Anon, quickly.
Non, hello.
Hi, worst move ever. There's so many other places to get a tattoo on your body. They blur. It looks awful. Every crim druggie I know has had a face tattoo, and then just the worst move ever.
That's why I was so surprised when I spoke to this gentle, lovely young man. And it wasn't just like he had like a, you know how the hipsters have a star or whatever. No, it was a proper scary tattoo.
Yeah, that's surprising. Anon, we're going to give you a Priceline Pharmacy voucher.
What's your job, Anon?
I'm a nurse, so I see tattoos everywhere, and they do blur. So these girls get these lovely tattoos, roses down the side of their face. Within 5 years, they blur, and then when they come to me when they're 50, believe me, they blur.
Say blur again.
Oh, God.
Let's go to Cara Swanee. Let's finish with Cara.
So maybe it's one of those things where the generalisations are there for a
correct.
reason. Cara, your hubby has one.
Yes, he does.
So what has he got?
He's covered from head to toe.
And what's he got on his face?
So he's got like a little anchor, which was like hilarious, like a little joke. And then he's got like some little dots. And then he's got like writing on his jawline. But he has a beard, so you can't really see it. But I love tattoos.
Do you have a favourite one? Like, do you spend... I imagine that if I'd ever had a boyfriend that was covered in tattoos, I would just spend hours just looking at them all. Yeah, like Animalia.
he's
Do you remember,
covered,
do you remember
everywhere.
Animalia, the
Loved that
picture
book.
Yeah. He'd be human Animalia. So where's your favourite?
Probably we've got 3 children, but 2 children's portraits he's got on one arm. We've just got to find room for the third, but he hasn't got actually any room left.
See, that's what happens with the third. They get
they're
nothing.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Current it girl Sabrina Carpenter just found herself in a bit of a love triangle with
Right.
Taylor Swift and Kim Kardashian. We'll talk about that. But first,
Ladies and gentlemen,
Nova's Red Room presents
the one and only.
Hey, it's Teddy Swims. Can't wait to see you live in Nova's Red Room.
Teddy Swims. I've tried everything but therapy, part 1.5, featuring Lose Control, and The Door is out now to download and stream.
such a great opportunity to go and see, I'm going to say it right now, one of the world's best voices ever.
Ever.
Do you remember seeing him pop up on Instagram years ago, like before COVID?
No, I'm going to be honest, Wani. You introduced me to him. You sent me him on Instagram.
I just remember, you're scrolling and then you hear something and you're like, what is that?
Who is that?
Who is that? And it was the most extraordinary voice I had ever heard. Emma, do you remember where you were the first time you heard Teddy Swims?
I do. I was in my car with my daughter and she screamed because she was so excited he'd come on.
I mean, what a voice.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And when you do a deep dive on Teddy Swims, you see that he's got such wonderful musical taste. The covers that he chooses
are elite.
Oh, you just go, oh my God, of course, that song's brilliant. I didn't even realise.
Hey, Emma, guess what?
Guess what? What?
You are going to see Teddy Swims live in Nova's Red Room.
Thank you so much.
Oh, yes. Exclusive does not even begin to describe it. Emma, you're going to have the time of your life.
Thank you so much.
Chrissy's Clickbait.
I promised you a Sabrina Carpenter, Kim Kardashian, Taylor Swift love triangle, and I'm going to give it. So now you know, Sabrina Carpenter sings this.
This is a new one, actually, that we're playing.
It's a very saucy film clip.
Isn't it? With Barry Keoghan.
With her current boyfriend. I don't know about it.
Why?
I don't know about him.
Oh, I love him. Love him. Saltburn. Love him.
No.
Okay, well, tell us the story.
There's something mean in his face.
We're
anyway,
gonna be late.
Sabrina Carpenter, good friends with Taylor Swift, toured down under here.
Yeah.
That's where we saw her. So obviously they're very close. She has appeared in a Skims campaign, which is owned by Kim Kardashian, and Kim Kardashian's all over it. And of course,
the beef between Kim and Taylor, everyone knows
massive,
about.
long-standing fight between those two. Sabrina Carpenter has been asked about it, and she said, don't worry, I asked Taylor first, and she's sweet with it.
I love that.
She's a good girl.
That's a good mate. Swanee, I'll see you here tomorrow at 2 p.m.
See ya.
Now check this out.
The Chrissy Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.